Kinking and Jory going on behind with Shane Bland and John Happy, but there is Paul Sheard. He's going to lose another place, is Sheardy. Well, the Congleton-based driver down to fourth now. That's Paul Lee who's deposed him, but out front, as the back marker goes through, Mark Loveland. Mike Schmidt is the leader, there he is, and Sheard taking that place back from Lee. So they're squabbling over that third place are the two Pauls, Sheard and Lee. Sheard in the team brass car, flashing through the field go. And here's a challenge for the lead. Mark Proctor's going to take it away from Mike Schmidt, is he? No, Schmidt fights back on the outside. Well, oh, and Proctor comes back at him again towards Paddock. Well, it's all happening here. Unbelievable stuff. Proctor can't find a way past Schmidt. We've got poor old Julian Arnold's car stranded in the gravel down at Paddock Hill Bend. He couldn't find the grip with those very hard compound Avon tyres that all the drivers use. It's a control tyre, and the idea is to make it as evenly as possible and to put the emphasis on driver ability and skill. Well, up front, Paul Lee there taking to the grass at McLaren, but we've got a challenge for the leaders. Mark Proctor takes the Arco machine inside the brittle car of Mike Schmidt, and Schmidt will have to concede. Look how much on the limit there Mark Proctor is. Brilliant car control for him. The back marker there is the white car, and well, the leaders go flashing through, and I'll tell you what, there's been great progress being made by Steve Dance. He's picked himself up to be fifth now. But as they complete this lap, there is Mike Doble, a winner at Pembrey earlier this year, and right behind him, the current championship leader in the back car is Peter Folding, and that is young Shane Bland, the Rookie of the Year in 1997, latching himself onto the rear of this battle. And this battle is a battle royal at the moment between Paul Lee, Paul Sheard, Steve Dance, and tucked in behind there, young Shane Bland. Well, here they come towards us through Surtees. Oh, and Stevie Dance trying to go on the inside at Surtees, but that will give the inside line at the right-hander a little bit of berth being given there by Steve Dance, and Shane Bland is on the inside of him. Oh, hang on for your life. Oh, Dancey pushed out wide. Well, it's quick out there, but they're side-by-side a double again as they cross the stripe at the start-finish line. Paul Sheard fending off for all his worth from Paul Lee. Classic Eurocar V6 racing. This is what it's all about. And the fans around the circuit are absolutely on their feet here, just revelling in this brilliant battle going on between Sheard and Lee. Well, Paul Lee is a previous winner of the Entertainer of the Day award, and he's putting himself in the frame for that, I think, today. But take nothing away from Paul Sheard, who in that yellow car fights back again as they try to get the grip coming out of Graham Hill Bend. Still Sheardy hangs on. Third place for him. Further back, Tick Stewart continues to make progress. He's in the red and white car, the 51 there, tucked in behind the Irishman John Happy. And these two are fighting it out for 7th and 8th position, but up ahead, well, it's anybody's guess at the moment who's going to take 2nd and 3rd place. Mike Schmidt holds that at the moment in the 5 car, but Mark Proctor out front, I can tell you, is extending his lead. He's building that very comfortably at the moment, up to about 1.5 seconds. There he is, just going through. That's the 2nd place man, Mike Schmidt. Behind him, Paul Sheard, then Paul Lee, Shane Bland, Steve Dance, John Happy, and Tick Stewart. Mark Loveland is a back marker there in the King Dick Tools car. But down the hill they come, and on bottom bend now, Shane Bland with that wily old character, Paul Lee, and Bland will snatch the place away. So that will move Bland up the order and put him into 4th position as they come round to complete lap 8. In the gravel trap there is James Hope Lang. And Paul Lee fights back on Shane Bland, so Bland doesn't go fit for very long. He loses it as they cross the line, but he's going to take it back going up the hill. Outstanding stuff this is. Well, Lee tries to move across and he's got it sideways. The car, will he hang on? Oh, big sideways moment there from Paul Lee. Oh, well, he has to give second best to Shane Bland, though. That cost him time, and look who's there behind him. Dancy's there in his wheel tracks. Well, perhaps not quite close enough on this occasion to take advantage. They slither and slide their way through Surtees. And this is John Happy and Tick Stewart still fighting it out. Great to have Tick Stewart back out there. And a challenge for 2nd place. Paul Sheard will go through to 2nd. Well, as he arrests that 2nd place, we've got to take a break. Join us for more action after this. You join us as we've got a challenge going on for 3rd place. We saw Paul Sheard go through and take 3rd away from Mike Schmidt at the moment. Mike Schmidt's going to lose that 3rd place and be demoted down to 4th. Shane Bland hacking his way through. Well, my word, what a turnaround in the last couple of laps. You haven't missed any of the action while you've been away from us, by the way. Paul Sheard there in 2nd. Shane Bland now 3rd. There is Mike Schmidt. Well, he'll tiger away behind Shane Bland. I'm sure he's going to come back at him, trying to go around the outside through Clearways. They really are millimetre close, these two. But here is Mark Proctor, still out front, built that lead up to over 3 seconds now. Proctor having gone through and down the hill. There is Paul Sheard, still in second at the moment, though. Shane Bland's going to have a dive at the inside, as he well know. Decides better of it, and further back, we've still got Paul Lee, now being caught by Tick Stewart. John Haffey in behind there, but this is the second place battle. Shane Bland there, Paul Sheard up ahead of him, and all of which, with these three here in second, third and fourth places fighting, and that's further back, Andy Pike having a bit of a dice with Nick Padmore. But here is Mark Proctor, the current leader. You can see the extent of his advantage in these closing laps. Sheard hanging on for all his worth. There is a dry line which has appeared around through this part of the track, but look how sideways up ahead Paul Sheard is, and that might just provide a moment for Shane Bland as they cross the line to start their final lap of the 16. Oh, and a big moment there for Mark Proctor. How on earth did he hang on to that? Mark Proctor, the race leader, nearly chucked it in the gravel. Whoa, now is he losing concentration? And Paul Sheard and Shane Bland behind. There'll be a little leap in their hearts. Unbelievable stuff there from Mark Proctor as he came down through Paddock. Let's just have a look. Look at the angle on that car. Absolutely sideways. Well held, my son. Oh, no problem. Oh, big impact there for Phil Woodall. Oh, Julian Arnold's car has been in that gravel trap for laps now, but Woodall's crashed in, and meanwhile the leader is on his way to the checkered flag, and the leader becomes the winner. Mark Proctor takes the victory. Well behind, a problem for Shane Bland, and that will drop him back to fifth, so all change for the top three. Proctor, though it is, who takes an absolutely stonking victory for him. He'll be thrilled with that. And meanwhile, down in the pit lane, Virgin boss Richard Branson has been taking a keen interest in